Yo, what's good, people? It's your boy Kai, and we back on the Raw Report. And I wanted to talk about this clip with Paul Pierce, and I think it went over a lot of people's heads. You know, some people took this clip out of context and, you know, think that he's downing women or he's saying something negative, right? And, you know, a lot of times in the online space, talking about dating, it's turned into a lot of, you know, woman bashing and things like that. And I think people have misconstrued what Paul Pierce is talking about in this clip right here.
Because I like my peace, first of all.
What if a woman brings you that?
There's no such thing as that.
You don't think there's no such thing as a woman bringing
There's
man
no
peace?
such thing as somebody living with you on a day-to-day basis is bringing peace. It's always going to be something, because you're going to have a bad day where I'll have a good day, and that's not going to be peaceful for me. I'm going to come home like, damn, baby, like I had a good... Something going to happen to where you going to hijack my emotions. So that's not peaceful. You feel me? Peace is peace. And peace is me by myself. I come home, I watch TV, I make my own food, I go to bed, I work out, I wake up at 5:30, I roll over in the bed, I lean this way, I fart, whatever I do, whatever, in my bed, that's peace. I'm cool, I can let loud snore, whatever. I ain't got nobody complaining about nothing.
Yeah, and
Right, and I believe that what Paul Pierce is touching on right there is a big part of why modern dating is what it is. I think that's why those marriages back in the day lasted 20, 30 years. Of course, you care about that other person, but you're not looking at this person to make me happy. You're not looking at this person as some kind of form of entertainment. You're not looking at this person as a source of happiness. You should look at that person and say, we're on a journey together. We're going to go through the ups and we're going to go through the downs. If we have any goals, we're going to hold each other accountable. You know, we're going to be able to lock in and make money together and really progress. And I think that, right, and I think once you assign somebody the job of they're going to make me happy, is a forever losing position, right? So that means as men, you can't look for the woman to make you happy. That means as women, you can't look for the man to make you happy, right? And I don't know if social media did this or the dating apps did this, but people have lost the stick-to-itiveness in the relationship. You know, people lost the idea of being resilient. Right. And it is social media that has people looking at the highlight reel of other people's life. Right. And if your life doesn't look like that 24/7, I got to get out of here. If your man isn't a millionaire by tomorrow, you got to leave him. If he's not spending that money on me like I want him to, I'm going to leave him. You know, and that's really the wrong mindset to have, because you're going to end up like all these chicks, right? Like, look at Cardi B. You know what I'm saying? You know, she's built up so much equity and so much life with Offset, and she wants to believe that she could just replace him or move on like nothing ever happened. When you have all these kids with him, you have this long-standing dramatic relationship, you know, and who you gonna go to, right? Apparently she moved on with this guy Stefon Diggs, some football player, and it turns out he's an even bigger cheater than Offset, right? He's got even more chicks than Offset. So you know what that means, fam? That means the grass is not always greener on the other side. And another thing Paul Pierce said that was so true, and you know, I've never really heard nobody come out and really say that on air. A lot of women say that, you know, I'm his peace. I'm gonna bring him peace. I'm very feminine. I'm this and that. And when it comes to men to women dynamic, she's never gonna be your peace, pretty much, right? Right, especially as a man and you like that woman, you're gonna want to perform for her, right? You know, you're gonna want to make sure she's having a good time. And as a man, you're expected to provide, you're expected to protect. And these things are stressful, right? Right. And that even goes for the most feminine woman, right? You already know if she's a ratchet, crass, you know, nothing is ever good enough kind of woman, you already know she's not adding any peace to your life. Most men don't find peace within a woman, right? You know, most men find peace within solitude, you know, within looking inward, you know what I'm saying? But y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments, you know, what y'all think about this Paul Pierce clip. You know, like I said, I think it was very misunderstood. You know, I saw a lot of hate comments, right? And I think people are so used to rage bait content that they overlook the real message in a clip like that, right? But y'all let me know what y'all think. Appreciate y'all for rocking with me. Like the video, subscribe, and we gone.